Welcome to Rob Candle's cooking show, right? We're gonna be cooking some chicken thighs. That's where we're gonna get started. That's how we're gonna get some high quality protein. Now, we're not making anything else besides just chicken thighs. The main priority of this meal is to get as much protein as you possibly can in just one sitting. And don't believe me, all right? The chicken we're about to make, it's gonna be delicious and roughly around 100 grams of protein, depending on how much chicken you put in. What else? Oh, you'll probably be hungry after this, like within another hour or two. So you should probably make a second batch after you get done eating the first batch. Maybe, I don't know. Give it a try first, and then if you're hungry afterwards, make it again. I mean, it only takes 15, 20 minutes. So it might take me a little bit longer today just because I'm making the video. What you're gonna need is some chicken thighs, right? Boneless chicken thighs. That is what I'm using. You can probably use chicken breast if you want. It's all up to you, but chicken thighs just have more juice in them, and that's exactly what I need because, don't get me wrong, chicken does get boring very quickly, all right? So just grab your pieces. I like to do a 3 to 4 depending on how big they are. And just put them on a pan. And before I continue, you're gonna need an air fryer for this, okay? We got 3 so far, one more. Now, you can go ahead and choose to remove the fat. I'm gonna set this aside for now because we're gonna package up that into the bags later. But you can go ahead and cut up the fat off of this. I'm not gonna do that because I don't care about the fat right now. The fat definitely adds some more flavor to it. So first thing is salt, all right? Go ahead and be very generous with the salt, all right? I like mine to be saltier, so, but I mean, it's all personal preference. And then pepper, right? We're not getting fancy. We're not adding multiple different spices on this. We're just gonna keep it nice and simple. You know, add as much as you want. I like to be very generous with mine. My girlfriend sometimes says that I put too much pepper, but I mean, I have nothing to complain about. It's still pretty good. All right, now we want to do that on both sides. Now I have one more ingredient, all right, that I only do on one side. In case I get tired of the chicken, I'm able to add more of this ingredient, which is going to enhance the flavor even more. Just in case I do get tired of it, which lately I have not. I've been actually craving chicken a lot more often because of this next ingredient. Now, if you don't know what that ingredient is, go ahead, take a guess, and leave a comment down below what that ingredient is before I show you what it is. All right, hopefully you leave that comment down. It is going to be the MSG, okay? The MSG, there is some controversy around it. I don't know if there is or not. Some people say it's bad, some people say it's good. I don't know. The only thing that I know about MSG is it enhances the flavor, one, and it tricks your brain into craving that one thing more often. Haven't been able to find much of research from that, but like I remember somebody telling me that like years ago that that's what it did. So I thought about it randomly one day and I decided to add it to my chicken because we all know chicken gets boring very quickly, especially when it's dry. So by adding this, if it is tricking your brain into craving it more often, that means you're going to eat more chicken more often, which means you're getting your protein in more often. You're not getting tired of it, which is exactly what we need, right? So we're just going to sprinkle some on top, just on one side. You don't need much, to be honest. You just need to cover up one layer, and that's it. That's all you need to do, all right? The next step is to put it in your air fryer, all right? That is the best place. I mean, you could probably put it in your oven. The oven's too big for me. Don't know how the measurements work as far as like the heat. I mean, it might be the same. I don't know. But I'm just going to use my air fryer because that's what I have. We're going to set it to around 370 and leave it in there for about 15 minutes, all right? I don't preheat mine, all right? I just put this in there, warm it up as it's heating up, I don't know, and then 15, 20 minutes later, it is done. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Go ahead and pop this thing in. Button, or sorry, bottom, temp, 375, time, 16 minutes, cool, perfect. Now you might be thinking, is that really all you're gonna make? Yes, that is all that I'm gonna make. That's probably roughly like 10 ounces of chicken. I probably could have added one more, but I know I'm gonna eat this again in like about 2 hours, maybe 3 hours or so. At some point today, I'm gonna eat another batch. So I'm not worried about it because at the end of the day, I'm gonna get more than enough protein from this. I mean, 16 ounces of chicken thighs roughly gets you 100 grams of protein. If I could be, let's take a look. Let's do the math real quick. What are the calories on this thing? 4 ounces, 22 grams, right? So, nope, that is the remote. So if we do divide 16, because that's 1 pound by 4 ounces, we get 4 whatevers. We're going to multiply the 4 by the 22. That is giving us 88 grams of protein. That's very close to 100. Sometimes you're going to be going over 16 ounces for sure. You over 1 pound. It's very easy to eat this, man. Like, it tastes good. It is delicious. It is juicy. Nobody likes dry ass fucking chicken. Nobody does. All right. I don't like meal prepping chicken because in like a day or two, it's not as fresh. It's not as juicy. The microwave just dries it out even more. I've never been able to make juicy chicken in the microwave after 2 days of it being in the fridge. It just doesn't taste good. So my suggestion is make yourself some of this first thing in the morning if you're going to work, because that way it stays juicier, it's fresher because you made it day of. It's not sitting in the fridge for however long. And you're set, man. You're going to be good. You're getting roughly 80 grams, almost 100 grams of protein, depending how much you put in. And I'm not going to add anything else to my meal. I'm not going to have some rice. I'm not going to have anything, broccoli or anything, just because I want to prioritize the amount of protein that I'm consuming. Sure, I might have like a snack here and there. Like this morning, I had a cup of noodles. That was, well, how much are the noodles? So yeah, this morning I had one of these cup noodles. This is 290, all right, 290 calories. I didn't look at how many carbs it had, but I'm pretty sure it has, like, let's say, call it 50 grams of carbs. If not the 50, it's pretty close to it, So that's the amount of carbs I'm going to eat for now. Anything else, it's probably just going to come from my protein shake, which is going to be from the berries that I add to the protein shake. The berries just they add some extra flavor to the protein shake. They add some micronutrients, some antioxidants, and it's just, I like it, it tastes good. So those are pretty much all the carbs that I eat in a day. The only other exception is when my girlfriend is making food, like when she's making dinner. She's making something from Blue Apron, which tastes really good. So sometimes the carbs are like 80 grams, which is fine, which is good, because I could fill up on the carbs for sure and, add some benefit to my body. But I try to limit the amount of carbs that I eat in a day, because the more carbs that I have, the more tired I feel. The more protein I have, I do feel hungrier later on, but allows me to eat more protein, which is good. And I'm not as full, I don't feel bloated or anything like I do from carbs. And it's fine, I'm getting a pretty decent amount of fats, which I think is okay. It's natural fats, it's coming from the chicken. It's not fatty fats that are just from who knows where they're coming from, So I think we're good. So I'm gonna wait for this thing to finish up. I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna consume it. I'm gonna show you what it looks like at the end. It's gonna be good. I wish you could taste it when it comes out, but you're gonna have to make it for yourself. Just give it a try. Grab some chicken thighs. If you have an air fryer, perfect. If you don't, try the oven. I don't know how much, like, the temperature you should put on the oven, because it's a bigger space, but I would assume it's roughly the same. You might have to check it, but hey, you're gonna be good. You're gonna be better off either way. And yeah, man, just give it a try. As I'm waiting for the chicken to heat up, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the next meal, which is gonna be some ground beef. Why not? I'm waiting 15 minutes. The ground beef takes like 15 minutes to make. Instead of just sitting around tweeting or scrolling through TikTok, why not get started on the next meal, right? Like, I have the time. Why not use the same time right now to make the next meal instead of having to make the next meal later and waste more time? So that's just my train of thought. Skizzers. So for the ground beef, it's gonna be very simple. I am just gonna be using some taco seasoning, maybe the MSG, but I think I'm gonna leave the MSG out this time just because I don't think the MSG has been helping out with the beef. I don't think they complement each other. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm putting too much, maybe not enough. But the last couple of times that I made beef, I'm getting tired of eating the beef, even though the beef tastes better. So I'm gonna try to back off on the amount of seasoning that I use, the taco seasoning that is. Maybe add some more salt for sure, and maybe a couple sprinkles of the MSG, but I think it's more the taco seasoning itself than the actual beef that I'm getting tired of. I'm going to be using some avocado oil, just a little sprinkle on there just to get it easier to move around. Not a lot, you know, just something. We'll add some extra healthy fats in there for sure. Let this heat up for about a minute or two, and then we'll get cooking. Oh yeah, let's get the taco seasoning out. So this taco seasoning has 20 calories per serving, and the serving size is 2 tablespoons. I'm pretty sure that I'm putting a lot more than 2 tablespoons, so I'm gonna cut it back. Yeah, I've been putting a lot more taco seasoning on it now that I think about it, so I'm pretty sure it's definitely gonna be the taco seasoning that I'm getting tired of. I'm sure that's being burnt as I'm cooking it around, but who really knows, right? Yeah, we got to spread the oil real quick, make sure it's covering everything. You know, the beef is one of the easiest things to make. You literally just put it on the pan and let it cook. Oh, I thought it was going to be a lot hotter than that. I thought it was ready. Whoops. And then go ahead and grab your grinder tool and just break it all down. Let's go ahead and add the MSG right now. Mix it in. Nice, okay. And let's go ahead and add the taco seasoning. Like I said, I'm gonna try to add less than I have been the past couple of times. Hopefully that's more than enough. And now we just basically wait. Beef is one of the easiest things to make. You don't need much. I got a pound on there. So I'm gonna try to split that into 2 for later meals. I might try to eat it all at once, to be honest, just because that's what I like to do. 1 pound, 1 pound. But sometimes I get hungry later, so I'm gonna try to save some for later. But for this meal, I might actually add some carbs to it. I know earlier I said I try to limit the amount of carbs that I have. My girlfriend is not making dinner tonight, so we have some leftover potatoes in the fridge that she cooked a while ago. So I'm gonna try to use those up, add them in there. I'm not gonna add a bunch, you know, it's just some extra flavor just to get rid of them slowly but surely instead of throwing them away. So just put them on there. Yeah. And now the chicken still has 2 minutes. So in that amount of time that it took to just make the chicken in the air fryer, I've been able to make a second meal. So I'm basically saving myself a lot of time. You know, I'm not adding anything new that's fancy, maybe the potatoes, but I didn't make the potatoes. Normally I wouldn't add them. I would just be okay just eating nothing but the beef. Same thing with the chicken. I don't need to add anything new, you know? So it's just bare minimum, nothing but pure protein. That's it, man. That's all I really need. I mean, that's been working for me the last like month and a half or so. I mean, I've been eating the pound of beef for God knows how long. And I've been okay, man. You know, I don't always eat it, but lately it's been an everyday thing. You know, I'm trying to stick with it, not change anything up, just chicken, beef, my protein shake. I want to add a new source of protein, steaks, which is basically like beef. You know, it's not the same, but comes from the same animal, but essentially. But the steaks, man, they're just more expensive. And from time to time, we do have steaks. At one point, we're eating steaks like 3-4 times a week in this house, but they're just getting expensive, man. They really are. So it's all right. We'll stick with this stuff for now, and then I'm sure from time to time we're gonna have some steak. I honestly would like to have steak and eat that as well for another meal, and just put that in the air fryer because I've seen this video of what's your name? Michaela Peterson, I think. She said that you need a frozen steak, put it in the air fryer for about 15 minutes, and it comes out nice and juicy and medium rare. I haven't tried it myself. I've always wanted to, but we don't have any frozen steaks. And if we do, there's always like two for us to eat. You know, one for me, one for my girlfriend, and that's we usually eat them together, so we have some time together. You know, so uh, if we do have some, I'm not gonna make one and not eat it with her. So. All right, looks like the beef is almost done. The chicken's got like 30 seconds left. Now, here's one important thing to think about or to remember about the chicken is you want to make sure that you check the temperature. All right, I believe the temperature is like 160. I could be wrong off the top of my head, but I've checked it so many times in the past and know like when the thickness is like really big, that it might take a little bit longer. But I'm not going to check the temperature just because they're not that thick of pieces. So I'm going to be fine. But if this is your first time, go ahead and check the temperature as you're cooking the chicken because you never know. You might overcook it. You don't want that, right? You know, your air fryer might be different as far as dimensions, which may take into account the amount of time it takes to cook the chicken. So just keep in mind, check the temperature. Or you also don't want to undercook it and eat raw chicken because that's bad. We don't want that. I don't understand how we can eat some raw red meat, but not chicken. I don't get that. But that's a thing, you know. So give yourself a try. Let me get this chicken out, and I'll show you what it looks like and eat it. Here we go. This is some nice juicy chicken right here. You see all that juice that just came out of there, man? There's still a lot left inside the chicken. This is the hard part. Sometimes it gets stuck on there. Not like it's ripping off. It's fine. Sometimes it does, but I mean, it's not really getting stuck to the actual aluminum. At least not so much that like, the whole thing, like you're fighting to peel it off. This one might be. There we go. And just look at all that chicken, man. Tell me that does not look good for you. So the beef is basically already done. We're just going to portion this out. Oh. Put half of it in here. And then put the other half in this one. I didn't do my measurements right. Whoop, that's not where that goes. So let's go ahead and make this slightly more even. So these are going to be meal 2, meal 3. You got 4 nice juicy pieces of chicken right here. I don't know if you could tell, but there's still juice dripping from it. And that's exactly what we want, right? We want some nice juicy chicken. Oh, excuse me. Let's go ahead for the first bite. Aha. You might burn your tongue, so be cautious. My tongue is currently healing for being burnt, but that's all right. It seems good. Ooh, hot. I mean, air fried chicken has been my go-to for the last like month and a half. Like I said, it's been a while. I'm doubling up on it. What's today? Tuesday, Saturday or Sunday? We went to go to Sam's, and I picked up 2 packs of chicken thighs because I was like, you know what? I ran out. I was kind of shy last time. Then we grabbed 2 packets. Right. What I really should have done is I should have grabbed 3 packets because yesterday, which was Monday, I ran out of the first packet already because I'm eating the chicken more often. Since it's tastier, the MSG is helping me crave it more often, which is helping me get my protein in, which, like I said, I'm already out of the first pack, you know? So if I'm eating this 2 times a day, I'm probably going to run out of the second pack tomorrow, if not on Wednesday, which is good. You know, I'm eating more protein, more whole foods, which is good. You know, quality protein like chicken is better than the protein shakes. I'll still have my protein shakes no matter what because it gets me closer to the amount of protein that I need to have per day. But the closer I can get from quality source of foods, the better. Now, right here, there's some fat on here. It's fine. It tastes good. Let's go ahead and eat it. Haha. Sorry, you need, man. 80 grams right here. Actually, more like 60 since I don't think this is a full pound. It might be, but may not be. But either way, fucking delicious. It's good. Now, we have the beef ready, right? I have my calories already added up on here. So, from the chicken thighs and the cup noodles that I've had so far, I'm at 84 grams of protein, 26 grams of fat, and 41 grams of carbs. Carbs came from the soup, right? Now, from the pound of beef that I have split up already, cooked up, that is going to be 92 grams of protein from the ground beef. Overall, so far, I'm at 176 grams of protein, assuming that I do eat the pound of beef, which I will. 58, call it 59 grams of fat, and 41 grams of carbs, right? And I still have to have my protein shake at some point today. So let's go ahead and add that in here. Just from the protein shake and the milk that I have, 75 grams of protein from the protein shake, right? 14 grams of carbs. That's not including the berries that I'm going to add, but that's not going to add more than like 30 grams. So, assuming that I eat all those things, right? At the end of the day, I will be at 251 grams of protein, 55 grams of fat or carbs, and less than 80 grams of fats. That's it. You know, watch it. Can you see it? Focus. Okay. Hopefully you're able to see. If not, I'm sorry. But I mean, that's good. I want to be closer to 300 grams of protein. So I'm going to have another meal of chicken thighs at some point, which will put me, let's add it with your snacks. Let's say chicken, nope. Chicken thighs. Let's say we have another 14 ounces, right? At the end of the day, I will end up with 329 grams of protein if I have another serving of chicken thighs. And I tend to. It's very simple, you know. If I wasn't really hungry this morning, I probably wouldn't have the cup noodles. But I was really hungry and I didn't want to wait for my chicken to be done. But other than that, I'm good, man. I'm good. So I'll finish eating this and then we're going to come back when I start eating my my either full pound or half a pound of beef. It is time for meal number 2. And we already have the beef prepped up. Don't know if I'm going to eat the other half just yet. So I'm going to start off with this first half. Put it in the microwave. Let's go a minute and kind of take it from there. So yeah, that's all it's going to be. Just the beef, nothing else. I'm not adding anything. Actually, I forgot I was supposed to add the potatoes. Damn it. Grab those real quick. Potatoes, right? I'm not going to add a bunch. I'm just going to add a couple scoops in there just to add some carbs and just get rid of these potatoes. I mean, they've been sitting in the fridge for maybe a week or two. They're still good. You know, they're already cooked and everything. It's just I'm trying to limit the amount of carbs that I eat in a day. So I'm not like trying to eat them all at once. I'm trying to slowly add them and eat them to my day. You know, add some little amount of calories. I don't know how many I put in there, so I'm not going to add that to my tracker, but my total amount of calories is going to be higher. I just don't know by how much because I don't know how many carbs it is. It's okay though. Like, this is just the beginning. We have a rough idea of what we're eating. I mean, once I'm done with the rest of these, which would probably be today or tomorrow, I don't have to worry about them anymore, you know? Now, I am really hoping that the beef tastes better than it did the last couple of days because I had less taco seasoning and still sprinkle some MSG. So I'm hoping the MSG added to that. But man, I am hungry. Like I'm starving. I feel like I haven't had anything to eat all day, even though I have. You saw me eat, roughly 14 to a pound of chicken earlier, and I had a cup of soup. But it doesn't feel like I had anything to eat. All right. Hopefully this fills me up just long enough to get to, I don't know, the end of the day, 3 o'clock maybe, another 2 hours. And then I'll eat my last meal. I still need to have my protein shake. I'll probably have that before I go to the gym. My girlfriend doesn't like it that I make it after the gym just because by the time I get home from the gym, it's like 9, 10 o'clock. And we have neighbors. She doesn't want to disturb them. I think it's fine. But who knows? I definitely could have used more seasoning on this. It's pretty bland. But I'm all right. I mean, it's okay. You know? So I'm getting hungry again, and it's already 2 o'clock. Do you remember the last time I had my last meal? I think that was around noon. So I made it to 2 hours. So I'm going to have the other half of the beef. Not only that, for some reason, I'm feeling tired more than usual. Like I'm just like not mentally, I'm not in the right spot. I don't know why. So my go-to for that is going to be every gym rat's go-to. The nice white monster. This thing, if you didn't know, it is 10 calories, 150 grams of caffeine, perfect. Some good vitamins. Yeah, I mean, this is my go-to. So I'm going to have one of these and the other half of this. And I got to remember to put the potatoes in here before I put it in the microwave. Last time that I made it, I didn't heat it up that much. So I'm going to put it in for like a minute 30 this time, just because it actually got cold pretty quickly. And I was just trying to shove it down as quickly as possibly could. So, yep, let's do that today. All right, so let's just go ahead and finish off with all these potatoes. That way I don't have to worry about it again. It's all right. Let me mix this in there real quick. My buddy Knox is also hungry. You can hear him meowing. Are you hungry, man? Sorry, man. You already ate. You ate 30 minutes ago, right? I heard your thing go off. I'm not going to feed you again. So it's been a pretty decent day so far. I mean, man, it is bright outside, all the snow. I'm not a big fan of the snow, but like I like how bright my apartment gets when there is snow down, just because it enhances the light more. There's more reflection. So that's the only thing I like about the snow. Every once in a while, it is nice just to go out. But man, it is February, almost March. I'm over the snow, man. I'm over it. I don't want to see it again. Not until Christmas time, So, but hey, the only thing that I'm missing as far as my protein intake is going to be the protein shake, which I'm going to have at some point. Don't know when, but you've already seen the amount of calories I'm going to consume a day. Yeah, I mean, what am I at right now? Assuming that I eat everything that I have tracked in here, which is what I eat every day, so there's no reason why I wouldn't eat it. Where's the log at? It doesn't tell me the amount of calories I've had for the day, right? I will have for the day. It will say that I have ate 2,382 calories from all those meals. That is not including the potatoes that I've added. So maybe we're closer to maybe 25, maybe 26. And I'm pretty sure I'm overshooting that, which is fine, But I now have a rough idea of how much I'm eating, right? I'm not changing anything up. It's all going to be the same thing. It's the same thing every day. This is all I eat. I'm not looking forward to this beef, man. I think I should. I think I'm just tired of the beef in general. Maybe I didn't cook it all the way, but I don't know, man. I need I need something new for my beef. Maybe I just got to start buying more steaks, even though they're expensive. But steaks over the beef, I think that'd be a better trade-off. A hot, better. But okay, I'm gonna finish this off, and then maybe we'll go to the gym, or maybe I'll have that protein shake next. I don't know. Oh, excuse me. But this is what I eat in the day so far. So let's keep on going. It is time to make a protein shake. All right, the best protein shake that you can make. Here we have this All Max ISO Flex. This is the protein that I've been using for the last like 2 or 3 years, if not longer. This doesn't come with your standard 23, 25 grams of protein. This comes with 27, an extra 2 grams on top of the 25 that you get already. And it also tells you the breakdown of the amino acids that you get, all right, which is good. You want to know that. The reason that I'm getting ISO versus the traditional whey protein is just how to explain this. When somebody first told me about like the difference between whey protein and ISO protein, is like, to be considered a whey protein, it has to be within a ratio of like 15 to like 80% whey protein, right? And high quality protein, it has to be in that range. I may not be explaining this correctly, but somebody told me this like 4 years ago, right? Anyways, isoprotein is more pure protein. It has to be above, I think, 90%. I could be wrong with the numbers, but that is what I remember somebody telling me. Don't know if it's factual or not, but it also reduces lactate. Is that right? So if you have stomach problems eating milk and whatnot, like, it'll help reduce that, even though I'm going to add milk to this. But this is what I like to take, mainly because it has 27 grams of protein, 2 extra grams than your traditional 25-gram protein shake. Some of them have 23. I don't know how that makes any sense. Some of them have 21. I mean, I'm going to go for the one that gives you more protein for my money, and that is this. So the next thing that we have is the Fairlife milk. All right, we have the, what is it? The ultra filtered milk, whole milk. Right, this is going to give us 150 calories per cup, 13 grams of protein. All right, I don't know what that constitutes into when we put it into milliliters, but 240 milliliters is 1 cup, and we're going to put roughly 400. So I mean, we're getting almost double the amount of protein in here. So let's call it 20 just from this, plus the 27 from this. So that's already 47 grams of protein just from those 2 things, right? All right. Now, there's one more thing that I do besides just add berries, right? I double scoop my protein every single time because that's going to give me more protein. Why wouldn't you double scoop? I'm getting this giant, what is this, 5-pound tub? Is it? Yeah, 5-pound tub. Why get a pounder? Get the 5-pounder and double scoop your protein. Man, this thing cost me $80, 90 maybe on Amazon. I mean, I don't remember the last time I bought one because it's, how many servings does this thing have? 75 freaking servings, man. That's a lot. So let's go ahead and add this in. Always put your liquid in first. I like to do my milk. If you like water, add your water, but milk makes it taste better and it gives you more protein, especially if you're using the Fairlife milk. If you use the other types of milk, it probably doesn't have any protein in it. So just be conscious of what type of milk that you're using. Where's the scoop at? I just saw it in here. Okay. All right. Here's 1 scoop. 2. Cool. Now we have the berries, all right? This is the triple berry blend. I get it from Sam's. I got it from Walmart. It's good. It's delicious. I'm not going to measure this out, but 1 cup is 80 calories. So you have 20 grams of carbs. This is the majority of my carbs come from here when I'm not eating anything else besides just my protein. There's other days where I eat other stuff that adds to my carbs, but typically I try to just keep limited to just this. Yep. Now, keep in mind that the amount of berries that I put in here, I mean, that's maybe a cup and a half. Maybe add more. Yeah, there we go. So this is all you need, right? Obviously, you need a blender. go ahead and put this in here. That's it. This usually comes out being pretty thick. Now, I like it thick. The reason I like it thick is because it keeps me full. It makes me feel a little bloated, which is fine because this is all I'm about to consume. This thick thing, all right? And that's going to keep me full for about 2-3 hours maybe, which is going to be good, you know, maybe a little bit longer, which is fine. I don't need anything else right now. I just need some food, some protein, you know, for protein. That's it. Look at this bad boy. Matches my shirt. Open that up. And we're about to see how thick this thing is just from this. You see that? Look at that. That is going to fill me up, man. I don't think I mentioned this, but the protein flavor that I'm using is chocolate peanut butter. Who doesn't love peanut butter? Who doesn't like chocolate? It's like a Reese's cup. And putting this thing on here, the berries, it makes it basically into a PB&J in a bottle. That is basically all that I eat in a day. Maybe every once in a while I have something different, but Monday through Friday, that is 100% what I'm eating. Saturdays and Sundays, they're a little harder. I wouldn't say they're harder. It's just like I'm spending time with my girlfriend, so I eat slightly different on Saturdays and Sundays. I try not to, but you know, you got to spend some time with your girlfriend and, you know, eat something different every once in a while, which is good. But thank you for watching. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe and click the video playlist that is showing up right here to watch the next video. And don't forget to hit my face to subscribe, all right? Thank you so much. Oh, leave a comment of what you thought about any of these foods. Let me know. Give it a try. If you liked it, leave a comment. Tell me that you liked it. If you didn't like it, tell me, leave a comment. You know, what would you have done differently to make it taste better? Just let me know. I'm very curious.